Hello, the internet. My name's Laura, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are familiar with this channel, you might be like, yay, plants. Okay, so what I wanted to do was, this is a follow-up on my video that I did quite a while ago, where I did, I set up a new watering system. So you can see the example here where I have my plant. It's sitting in a clear container, so like I have a whole bunch of them, and then it has little strings at the bottom which are going down into the clay balls that are down here, and then I can water these, and so my plants can suck up what water they want, and they've been doing a lot better. There is some like dead leaf stuff going on and whatever that you can see, but for the most part, these plants are doing a lot better. And then also, I set up this guy. He's got a little egg crate. Like this is egg crate. Like it's a plastic with some little holes in it, and I set it up so that I can fill that little reservoir down there with water. You can see right now it does not have any water in it, but I fill up that reservoir with water. I have the one over here as well, and then it does the same thing, just on a larger scale. I don't have to, like, this holds it up, because one of the limitations of this, obviously, is that I need to have these clay balls, and I had some, but I am, slowly running out. So if I want to do, like, more, like, obviously this poor pot here does not have that, and I want to get it on some of the other ones. Oh, my raspberry plant, however, is suddenly doing very well, so that's great. So what I want to do is I want to show off exactly how this works and how it has been working, and then and I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup. Most everything's doing pretty well. I think my black pagoda really needs it just needs a refresh, I think. A lot of these vining plants, like the Cebu Blue and the, I forget what that was called, but the Global Green, the Black Pagoda, like, they grow so fast, their roots, like, they want a lot more water than I'm giving them. So I think I need to set those guys up in better, like, deeper dishes. Because, like, these dishes here are fairly small, and these are all, like, these, you can see there's like a little hole in it. These came from bugs that I would buy from a bearded dragon. Some of these are like soup containers from when I order Chinese and you get the soup. Like this one's from Abeta that I bought at one point. That's another soup container there, right? And so I'm a little limited in size. So the bigger plants, like I've had to kind of like come up with some other stuff to try and do those, and they're not working quite as well because the bigger plants need more water in general. So I think I'm going to be doing some some more of the figuring that stuff out. Okay, let's get into that then. I did want to say, you can use, like, opaque containers. Like, this is, I think, a bowl from, this is a bowl from Noodles and Company. And so, like, I've used that, and then, like, I have the containers, the pots that don't have any drainage in the bottom, and then I have a little thing down there sitting to make sure that it's not sitting in the water. And as you can see, one of the other things that I was going to mention, though this one is wonderfully showing it off, is that because there's water down there, the roots will grow out of the pot. So you do want to, like, keep an eye on that as well. I'm gonna be doing. There's a couple of plants that have done that I really need to kind of reorganize, pot size up, type of stuff. But I prefer to have the clear, because the way my brain works is that if I look at one, like if I look at this, I like to assume there's still water in it because I can't see that there's no water in it. Whereas with the plastic ones, I can go, that one hasn't been watered, or that one doesn't have any water, where that one does have water. And like, it makes my ADHD brain work a little bit better. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about these. Like, I just had these plant trays already, so those ones I actually do have to, like, go and look at. Like right now, that one obviously has a lot of water in it, and this one is empty and needs to be filled. I'm not sure you can even see that, but just, if you want to try this out with your own plants, like anything that will hold water that you can then hold your other pot up a bit from will work. And then you'll just have to kind of figure out what specifically about that works or doesn't work for you. The other thing I wanted to be able to do is I got this container. There was candy in it. Still smells like the peppermint candies that were in here. And I want to use this because it's a watertight container. It's clear plastic, even though it says ho 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 on it. But obviously filling this up with the clay pebbles would be like pretty expensive. So what I'm going to try and do is use the same egg crate that I used on those bigger trays, and then just kind of make it like fit inside here, and then put little legs on it. And I assume that it'll work. I mean, I'm not positive, but like, I feel like there's not a good reason it wouldn't. We'll have to see if I can put 2 legs on it, or if it'll get, or if I have to put 3 legs, or if it'll get by with 2. And this is, in general, kind of a little bit of a messy project, because I got to take all these little guys off of here, and then I cut, and like, you have to clean them up. So. sits in there. And so that will hold it up out of the water a certain amount. That is what we wanted. Yay. Okay. I guess the only problem is if, no, I don't think that'll fall. Okay. Alright, so this, if you can't tell from this, is my monstera. It is rather large. This is the one that I got where it looked like it had variegation on this one leaf. You can see there. But none of the other leaves have grown any variegation on them, so sad. Okay, but this is going to be deep, so I'm going to need a longer thing of string, obviously, because it's got to go up in the pot and then come down to the bottom of the thing. So, I don't think it makes it quite that long, but about there. Okay. Okay. Oh, little spider on there. Hey, little guy. I'm going to go right up through the middle. And since this soil is so loose, let's see if I can't just, yeah, there we go. I want to add a little bit more soil to it. Now it's all coming out the bottom, but that's okay. So I actually want to take off this leaf and just soil it up so that it grows some more roots in there. But then it's got that in the bottom. Okay, and sorry you guys are so close and you can't see a whole ton, but since I don't know how the mic's going to work, this just seemed like the easiest way to do it. Okay, there we go. So, now we should be able to set that there. Put the little, I mean, I guess those lines are definitely longer than they need to be, but that's okay. And then we got that. Alright. Aha, okay. And there's enough room for me to water it down the side. We're just going to go ahead. Let's see if we need more than one of these things to do this. Okay, so about one. Okay, so that should work the way that I want it to. We'll see. But obviously, the other thing to consider when doing this is, like, because I was also thinking about doing mason jars. Like, the problem with those is that they're usually narrower than they are tall, which means that they can fall over very easily. Obviously, if this is all you've got and you really want to give it a try, like, you know, go for it. Just be aware that, you know, your odds of knocking it over, especially if you don't put any, like, any clay balls or rocks down in there to hold up the pot. Like, if you just have the pot sitting on here, it'll have a chance of falling over. So the other thing that I want to warn you about especially when you've got like the roots coming out the bottom type of a situation. Wow, this really, really wants to be repotted. Is that obviously you've also got your rope down in here, and sometimes, like on this plant in particular, the roots have kind of integrated with it. So you want to be aware. I almost feel like I'm going to have to cut this pot off to get it out because there's so many roots down here. I really don't want to damage all of those. So you just want to be aware of whether or not your ropes that you're using for the water have gotten tangled up in your roots before you just like yank them out. Okay. I mean, obviously, if you have to do something like this, you're going to lose some roots. But you just want to try and, be as gentle as you can. Because, the roots are part of the plant. It's how it gets nutrients. It's how it gets water. And if it's used to getting a certain amount, and then you take off all of the roots, some plants will react very to that, oddly enough. Okay. Yeah, this is going to get super up-potted. Have to find something for it. It's got all the roots up that were up in the pot, and then all these roots that came down into the bottom here. Okay. And I have never had to cut a pot out or a plant out of a pot quite like this before. Okay. No, I was hoping that would free it, but it did not. Aha! Okay, it's now free. Trying to figure out if I can do anything with these ropes, or if they're just gonna have to like live in there now. Because I might be able to kind of disconnect them at the bottom. from the roots that they're all like connected to. And then still use them. I mean, I broke some roots doing that, but then push the roots up into here and do that. Okay, but I do need a pot. And obviously, if you can't get the ropes out of there without, like, you think you're really going to damage the plant, just leave them in there. Just let them tuck up in there, and you can put another bit of rope in there. Okay, I have no idea what I'm going to use for your dish yet, but we're going to go ahead and shove another one like this up in here. All right. Now we're going to have to put, okay. Okay, so now we've got it repotted with its new little set of roots down there. And we can very possibly use this pot for something else. Again, like I said, I don't really like to use the non-clear ones because, like, I can't tell how much water is in there. But I mean, waste not, want not. So. These leaves also look like they are maybe having a little trouble getting out all the way because it was so cramped in here. So let's see if we can. The tweeds. Oop, took the top off one sheet. Okay. I'm sorry, little plant. I'm trying, but you have gotten yourself in all kinds of a little... I doubt you're going to be able to see it. I'm like working over here. With this little thing down in here that's all kinds of trying to grow, but like growing into itself, and then the leaf sheaths are dying and like turning crispy and then trapping everything else under there, and it's just a mess. So okay, well, you're damaged, so let's go ahead and pull you out of there. We'll give you a shot. You tried to be a leaf. You are definitely not a leaf. Okay, let's see what happens if we take that off. That's a leaf. That's a sheath. That's a leaf. That's a sheath. Ah. Okay, need that. I cannot tell. I cannot tell. Aha, okay. Oh yeah, all these little leaves just kind of got all funkified up in here. Let's see if that helps any. Let them try and sort themselves out a little bit. I don't know if it's going to work or not. This guy up here seems to be doing fine though. You are putting out a new leaf as well. So keep up the good work. Okay, so I'm going to have that be the end of the video, and in general, having my plant set up with like this automatic watering system, but like where they can pull up water themselves on their own, they're tending to do really actually pretty good. I'm really happy with it, and it kind of negates the damage of me coming down here like once every many weeks to once every month or two. I mean, things just happen, right? And but it's helping me to keep more plants alive and happy because they're just not entirely running out of water. I still feel like I have too many, but at the same time, like, I've really narrowed it down to the ones that I want to keep, you know? But I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening. So, if you like this video, go ahead and like this video. There's going to be probably another plant video coming up in the future. There's going to be another Pokemon ripping video. There'll probably be some Pokemon organizing. And there may or may not be some sort of a woodworking video. I've just been setting up my camera and just letting it go while I'm doing stuff. And then it's going to end up whether or not there's anything that I can use. Like if I can actually put a video together with all the stuff that I've done. So we're just going to go ahead and end this video here, though. And I will see you guys in the next video. All right, bye-bye.